Those of you that are 100 against one-night stands, why? I prefer to have an emotional connection with my partner. I like to feel a connection with the person I'm having sex with, not just do it for the sake of getting off. I don't like the idea of being so intimate with someone and then never seeing them again. The polarization gives me anxiety. I don't like the feeling of someone who doesn't even know what my favorite color is or last name having seen my genitals. It always seems fun leading up, but it feels so strange and lonely the day after. When having sex, I'd like for feelings to be involved. That makes the experience amazing and I prefer it that way. Also, STDs are no fun. My wife won't let me. 2 sides of the bed. 2 nightstands. The worst shags I've ever had have all been one-night stands. Sex with a specific partner is just better. You know what you're doing, they know what they're doing, and you can easily reach mutual satisfaction. When it comes to rougher stuff or kinky things, there's established knowledge of what's going to get your partner off better, so they're going to try get you off better along with what is and isn't okay. Not everyone likes the same stuff, so I tend to find casual sex to be boring. The risks outweigh the benefits for me. One-night stand doesn't always guarantee fun, so it's not even a 100 there. Also, the added risk of STD, unwanted pregnancies. The person can be a creep, criminal who may decide to kill, harm, stalk. The person can also be just weird. It may be fun for a second, but these maybes listed above can ruin someone's life. Hence, not interested. Also, I love my husband, he is very, very sexy. Why a one-night stand when I can have an all-night stand with 100 guaranteed fun and virtually no risks? P. Sex without any kind of connection does nothing for me whatsoever. That said, I'm not against it in the sense that I give a damn what other people like to do. 31M. It's scary. I know nothing about this person, he could have STDs, be a weirdo, etc. Just know. I still respect anybody who does it, your body, your choice. No feelings, no boner. I already need an eternity to be myself around new people. By the time I would be comfortable enough to get naked and do the horizontal flamenco, it would already be considered a relationship. I would love to hear from women who have had satisfying one-night stands with men. How common is it? For me, because I believe you should have sex with someone you love. Again, that's just me. Everyone can do what they want, and if that's what they live, all power to them. 1. Even with a condom you can still catch STD. 2. They are still a stranger, so letting a stranger in your personal space seems scary. Grew up being taught to be careful who you have sex with, some religious stuff, use protection, and just picky. I don't care what people do in their lives, but I choose what to do in mine, and I don't do casual sex. From my observations, seems like a lot of regret at some point later because I don't know the other person. I don't know their opinions, their personality, their morals and values, what matters to them and what not. I don't want to engage into something this intimate with someone I would dislike in any other aspect. I need to properly see someone's core values before I let them near me on any sort of personal level. I'm just a concerned citizen trying to prevent STDs. But in all seriousness, I don't care what people do. I personally would never give myself up to a stranger like that, but you do you. It's a free country. Sex with someone that connects you deeply with is S tier. Why the hell would I settle for anything less? My experience has been that sexual intimacy often triggers a pair bonding instinct in one or both people. That's not always a good thing. I need an emotional connection before I fuck someone. It's fine and dandy if sex is just sex for you, you do you. For me, I need that connection, that bond with them to actually enjoy the experience and come. STDs are real people, and there are plenty of scummy liars who have them. Murder, STDs. It's glorified masturbation, except there's a chance of pregnancy or STDs. We have a cultural fixation on getting laid to the point that a lot of the stuff people do to have sex isn't all that pleasant, makes absolutely no sense, and can only do harm. If you have 2 nightstands, then each of you has a place to put your phone or other personal belongings. Now, if you're by yourself, then one is understandable. I'm not running the risk of getting a STD or pregnant by some stranger that I most likely never see again. Plus, even using a condom doesn't protect you from everything. Common sense. The risks aren't worth the blown load. STDs obviously. People who can do the most intimate thing with a total stranger and don't need to feel any emotional attachment to do it, scare me. Crazy people. Diseases. Risk of conceiving child with a 100 complete stranger. I wouldn't say I'm 100 against them as I've had them, but the few times I did they felt soulless. Yeah, you get off if it's good enough, but some people don't like doing certain things like kissing as it comes off too intimate or relationship-like. Had this experience with my one friend who I slept with, and honestly I was relieved once the sex was over. Others can have them, but I would never, since I have trust issues. I just don't trust a complete stranger to have that kind of access to my body. What if they have bad intentions? What if they secretly take pictures? What if they aren't going to stop if I say no? 95% of the time at least one partner doesn't think the first time is going to be the last time, and they could be 100 against one-night stands on principle. I think most people would be against an entirely disposable relationship. Too dangerous. I'm never going to be alone with a man who I just met. I would get too emotionally attached. Feels like it would just be endlessly pointless. I mean, part of sex is also that it's someone else enjoying it too, right? And that said person can also learn what makes you tick, kind of deal. It's just an interior design preference. I think it looks better with one on each side of the bed. I don't care if other people do it, it's just not for me. There's nothing casual about sex to me. It's a very personal and involved thing, and I can't do it with someone I don't know, trust, and care about. Because the sex will suck. It takes a while to get to know someone and what they like and how to push those buttons. Everyone is different. And why risk an STD, pregnancy, death, or have to deal with a wife or husband they didn't tell you about just for one time with someone who had no idea what they were doing and didn't please you in the first place? Personally, I'm this kind of person who gets attached very easily. I can't imagine sleeping with a person and then forgetting it. I'm 18, and despite it's my first ever real relationship and we are together only for half a year, for me it's this love and we're staying together for the rest of our lives. Can't imagine losing her. I don't get any, so I don't see why anyone else should. I cannot have sexual attraction to someone I just met. Not just do I want to feel connected before we're intimate, I mean, literally I cannot be attracted to you. The arousal signals do not activate. And, in fact, if I just met you and you start acting all sexy toward me, I will become less and less attracted to you. Yes, I am demisexual. And also happily, thankfully, married now. I think a lot of it has to do with public perception and social norms. I personally don't like how unbalanced it is. Like, I get to have a nightstand, but she doesn't get to and is looked at differently cause her clothes are all over the place. Everyone should have 2 nightstands on either side of the bed so both people can put their clothes away properly. 41M. The idea of being sexually intimate with someone I never seen before creeps me out, to be honest. Nothing against people that do it, but it's not